We're on chapter 2. I'm doing pretty well, thank you for asking. Hi, Sweet Sloth. Oh, it must have saved right before we saw this cutscene, so I'm just gonna click through it. I was kind of hoping it would save after, but I guess not. But that's alright. Know how you were wondering about the dragon's starting color? Okay. Yeah. Poncho, you left. Go away. Oh god. Glitching. I think that's a glitch anyway. It looks like a glitch. Alright. More Saltaro. Here he is. Oh, sweet. Cafe's reputation increased. There are more customers now. Okay, so this is where we left off yesterday. Saltaro is in the second stage. I don't know if there's 3 or 4 stages. I think there might be one in between this and like fully grown, because they're pretty... He's pretty big when he's fully grown, from what I've seen. So... your dragon's color is dependent upon what you chose when your mom asks you what you want for breakfast. Well, that would make sense, because the food that you give him determines his color, and when I played for YouTube, I picked fish, so that would explain it, wouldn't it? Yes. Hello. Thanks. Vegetable and bean dish, okay. I think that's the first fragment I got from that. You wanna give me a, no? Well... Alright, let me see if I have food for him. I think I made food for the last... Yeah, I made him some fried fish. Alright, come here, buddy. We'll feed him real quick before we go exploring. Here you go. You have a glass with a dragon on it, specifically based on Pendragon style beer, though I don't drink, I just like dragons. Oh, well, there you go. He does look a lot like Spyro. Alright. Come here, buddy. Let's mow down this, stuff. I should check my veggies. And get the eggs. I wonder if our green... I don't think he... Oh! No. Man, where'd our green guy go? He must have left. Sadly. I'm gonna have to go catch more egg birds. That's no problem, we can do that. Okay, so I have 2 fertilizer. So... Oh! Harvest. Oh, hey! I got a green egg from here, cool. And some ketchup, as you do. Rare salt. I would love to make that an emote, but the problem with making a salt emote is that salt also looks like other substances, so that could be questionable. We use a little bit there. I should probably use some on the fish, I guess, because we do make a lot of fried fish for him. I do wonder if it takes longer to change their color, like, as he gets bigger. Like, if it takes more food to get him to change color. He is Spyro now! You saw someone have a white dragon? What? I don't know how they would manage that unless... How big was the dragon? Was it fully grown? Because it could be that you have more options later in the game, maybe? Almost fish. Almost. Alright. I would love to see someone cosplay as her, but then have their dog in a dragon outfit following them around. That'd be a great cosplay. It was an adult. Okay, well maybe later on you have access to more complex food, so you might have different colors that you could get. That'd be pretty cool though. Because I'd love to have a silver dragon. I mean, I love him as Spyro, don't get me wrong, but it'd be cool to change his color too. Maybe if we just feed him enough salt, he'll be a white dragon. Now these bigger piles, I can have him attack, but I don't know how much of his stamina that would it would take to destroy. I don't know. I might just want to wait until he's bigger. Because I don't know if it carries over from day to day. The damage done. There's not really a meter or anything. Oh. Oh, thank you. Shiny orange. Alright, let's head back to cafe. Should probably check our menu, see what we have. Slightly fruit jelly. No one ordered that. Let's see. Older brother really likes the bacon and egg. Pancho, you're gone. Your opinion doesn't matter anymore. Stir-fried veggies. Everybody they seem to like what we have so far. I don't know if I can... I don't want to make that. I could make... Oh, goes too fast. I could put muffins on the menu. Because I have a bunch of oranges. Or you can make a tomato, or I always think those are tomatoes. They're persimmons. They're not tomatoes. I was gonna say, ew, a tomato muffin. I'm not sure about that one. Supreme muffin. Update the menu. I'm gonna put that muffin on here. Once I find it. There it is. Alright, add that to the menu. I'll take his order while I'm here. Hey, Violet. Maybe he has to burn the wood with fire later or just go up to another stage. I mean, it does let you attack it, though. And I feel like if you... Stop slacking. I feel like if you couldn't destroy it, it wouldn't give you an option to do anything, so you probably can. It might just take a lot of stamina. And I'm just not willing to do that to Saltaro. Thank you. You have something for me? Free stuff. I'll get this plate. Saltaro, it's pretty much time for you to go to bed. It's pretty much your bedtime, mister. I also don't know if he grows based on story progression or if he grows based on food. Like how often you feed him. Take this. Oh, everybody's happy. Sweet. Everybody likes my food. Good. Eat my food. He is big. He's growing up. He's a big boy. He can attack stuff now. Oh, what's happening? Oh, okay. Oh, what an awful night. The wind blew so wildly and the skies flashed and thundered with all over. My goodness. There goes my beauty sleep. My skin can't handle this. Oh, a corpse? Yeah. Oh my heavens, are you okay? What is a young girl like you doing out here like this? Come now, pull yourself together. You shouldn't... Oh. I don't think that's how you should talk to somebody who's either dead, passed out, or injured in your yard. What a horrible night to have a curse. Maybe she does have a curse. Fresh meat for today's specials. This is not Sweeney Todd's Cafe. And so I was checking the front of the cafe to make sure none of our signs or belongings blew away. That's when I found this poor girl just lying out there on the ground. Huh. So what you're saying is that this girl was blown all the way here? No. Are you stupid? She just got lost out there. The storm was heavy last night. I think she's waking up now. Hey there, don't worry, you're safe now. What in the world are you? I'm Lucola. I don't know if calling someone what is normal where you come from, but it sounds kind of rude. You don't get to talk. You do nothing. You're a slacker. From what I can tell, you're all human, right? That's right. Why do you ask? Lowly humans. Don't speak to me so casually. That's a little much, don't you think? Well, you clearly were not speaking to me as I'm not human. What gave it away? You're an orc, right? Huh. Any living being that can't use magic is a human to me. Rude. He's Ganon, duh. Oh my, magic. Are you perhaps... I have no business hanging around a shop run by humans. Hey, calm down. You shouldn't... Puppy. Hey. No. Come here. My dog is being a brat. Lay down, buddy. Come on. Lay down. Come on. Brat. No, you can't sit on my lap. You cannot. Come here. Fine. I'm gonna sit here for 2 seconds. Alright. Oh, well. She did. You're hungry, aren't you? Well. Why is the conscious girl called unconscious? Get this slop away from me. It's just pancakes. Oh, come on, try it, won't you? Hey, you. Aren't you hungry? You. Why would a self-respecting witch like myself lower her standards to eat human food? Guess she doesn't want it? Looks like she won't take a bite if it's a normal meal. Wait, does that mean she wants to eat a meal fit for a witch? Or like a meal fit for a... bitch. I have no clue what it could be. You call this a cafe? You can't even serve a proper meal. I've got it. I mean, I say we let her starve at this point. Just throw her outside and let her starve. I'm just saying. Hot stewed frog, a delicacy prepared by me, Lucola, the greatest chef in the world. Alright, calm down. Calm down. What the? What? A frog? It's a meal fit for a witch, don't you think? It's my personal masterpiece derived from what I think is a witch. A bit shallow, don't you think? She'll never go for this. She'll probably eat it. This doesn't smell that bad. I suppose this would do. What? She's really going for it. That must be one tasty frog. Ugh. Must be. So what are you supposed to do? Put gross stuff on the menu now? Ugh. That was horrible. Well, you ate it. Huh. Oh well. But you cleaned your plate. What a contrarian. Hey, nerd. You really a witch? What? What a boorish oaf. Humans, I tell you. Can't you tell? Look at my clothes. Anyone with a pea for a brain could tell that I'm a witch. Sorry for the boorish question. Say, can you show us a magic trick? I've never seen anyone perform magic before. You humans. This is why you're lower than insects. Oh god. Fine, I'll show you. Witness how great I am compared to you lowly humans. I'm gonna turn that dragon into a mouse. Now watch. You touch my son, I will cut off your fingers. What, Soltaro? No, I can't bear to watch. The mere sight of a mouse would be too much for me. Mus modus parvus. Dragon, your size I denounce. Turn into a mouse. Well. Huh? Turn into a mouse. Into a mouse. Mouse. Wah. Huh? Is this part of the trick? Did she do it? Clearly not. It appears you are unable to use your magic. I must admit I am relieved. Why? What? I was struck by lightning last night while I was walking home in that storm. That must be why. What? Whoa, that must have hurt. How are you still able to stand? It's coming from shock, right? The effect will wear off in time. I'm sure it's only temporary. What? Lucola's right. Don't stress about it. Don't stress about the fact that you're just struck by lightning. It's fine. How could you pitiful creatures begin to understand? Just leave me alone. Wah! Where are you going? Wah! Wow. Everybody that comes into the cafe sucks. My dog keeps trying to lick me when I make that noise. He's very disturbed. I'm sorry, does that annoy you? This is taking a while, isn't it? Maybe she's waiting for us to talk to her. You might be right. Billy, you should talk to her. Why me? Hey, what's the problem? Not like you have anything to lose. Demones, thank you so much for that sub. For 7 months, that resub. Your egg is hatching. I know, 7 whole months. Thank you so much. Those panties in chat. Hey, hurry up, will you? What's taking so long? Whoa. If you're gonna say something, just hurry up and say it. What a handful. Hear me, child. If you have nowhere else to run, you can stay here. Excuse me? This isn't your cafe. Why would I stay in a place like this? You're aware this place is also an inn, yes? Huh? It's an inn, too? I guess I could stay here, then. I'm not worried that everyone's going to make fun of me if I go back like this. That's not it at all. It's just that I can't use magic right now. It's only temporary. Oh, I get it. Her friends are gonna roast her if she goes back and can't use any magic. You dummy, keep it down. Whatever the case may be, please stay here as long as you need to. Perhaps your magic will return to you once you allow your mind to find peace. I suppose. I can't say I like the thought of staying in a human inn, but I think I'm coming down with a cold, so I should stay until I get better. It's settled. Now, would you please tell us your name? They call me Mr. Pig. Celis? Callus? Celis? Guess I'll go with Celis. Celis the Witch. Celis, such a wonderful name. Celis, we'd like to formally welcome you to Little Dragon's Cafe. Why don't we show our guest to her room? Sure. Goodness, looks like a lot of troublesome folks gather here at this cafe. Our Grand Witch here seems to dislike humans, but it's time for everyone to show what they're made of. What? What does that mean? Hey Eli, how's Saltar doing? Pretty well. He's chilling. Speaking of bratty dragons, I'm gonna let my dog out of this room. He's being sassy. She's gonna end up becoming Ganon's girlfriend or something. Hey, come here. Why are you being a brat? You were so good all day, and now that I'm streaming, you're being a brat. Hmm? You cannot sit here. You can't. No. Goodness. You're worse than my dragon. Chill out. Alright. Plot twist, the dragon is the narrator. That'd be amazing. Or it's the mom. Yeah, I had that thought too, Umbreons, that because Ganon, I mean, that's not his name, but it might as well be. Ganon and Link over there. But, our chef seems to be interested in her. Great. Great. Okay, come on. Let's go do stuff. C-list, more like C-list without attempted magic. Boom, roasted. She was roasted. I'm questioning that witch's fashion sense. What I don't understand is how nobody really reacts to the fact that we have a dragon. So are dragons common in this world? Because we don't see any other ones. Oh, thanks, buddy. He headbutted the tree. No, pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Let's go get the fish. I think they'll be done. Oh, this way. Give me the eggs. Thank you. Stargazing. I hate human interaction. Ooh, hey, we can make shrimp. We can make a shrimp appetizer now. I'll take those. Alright. Do we have any independent confirmation that your dragon exists? It could be imaginary. I mean, other people talk about him, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that he exists. Maybe he just exists in our brain. That'd be a really sad twist. We find out that it's us in the coma and not mom this whole time. Bum bum bum. Thank you. Ooh, lemon. Would love to sub, but got no money. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to be a sub to support the stream. Watching is more than enough. Why did it get dark? Is it about to storm? Hmm. Or are you the mom and reliving your childhood in your dreams? Maybe. Oh, dang it, staff. Can you not? Hunt, 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 hunt. Get him, get him. Get him, Saltaro. Get him. Get him. Come on, get him. Oh, he's dead. He exploded into meat chunks. Good boy. Persimmon. Bird. Bird. Now you're my bird. Sucker. You can't reach me up here. Oh god, yes you can. Well, now I have your meat. So, who won in this scenario? It's cloudy, maybe? Yeah, maybe. It was just weird because all of a sudden it dimmed, and whenever it does that, it's because the Switch is kind of going into sleep mode, so I'm always like, oh god. Come here. Goodbye. Goodbye. You'll never catch me. Oh, I think he murdered himself. Oh, he did. He murdered himself real good. Come here. Murder yourself, too. Oh, meat for days. Hey, come here. Hey. Hey, come here. I got something for you. It's a rock. Dead. Sultari, you didn't even have to do anything. Like that Sultari's going up to be his role model, Spyro. Did you guys see the new footage from the Spyro Reignited trilogy? They released some footage of a couple levels and it looks super good. Alright. I should probably make... Well, I can make the new recipe that we just got. I just gotta go give it to our best friend, Pappy. Who's not a creep at all. Clearly he's not. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, get out of my mom's room! Shrimp cocktail. Alright. Are they bringing that to Switch? Spyro? I don't know. It took them a while to bring Crash to Switch, so it's probably not going to be on the Switch at launch. I think it's just on PS4, but who knows? It could be like a timed exclusive deal or something. Alright, let's make this shrimp cocktail if we can. Oh, well, we have no shrimp. That's kind of integral to this dish. So, we're just gonna make some... We're just gonna make some fish for him. I wish you could make multiple. Like, cook more than one. No, I'm not giving you fancy lemons. But you can only cook one dish at a time. Fender. Sass is real, Fender. I did hear that it moved to November, which kind of sucks because there's so many games coming out that week, but we can do. I'm just gonna make a couple of these just so that I have them. I want to make sure I have a good meal for him. Alright. Come here, buddy. I'll give you some food. It's weird that it doesn't, like, stack. Because it's the same dish. Can I sort it? Will it? Nope. Alright. Okay, yeah, there's dragon right there. I can see him. He's nearby. He's definitely nearby. I wonder how I get shrimp. She likes the stir fry. That's good. Take this plate. Ew, bitter fish. It is bitter. Thank you. You got a recipe for me? Yes. Cool. How about you? No? Well, I can try. How about you? Nope, he's just looking at the garbage. As you do. This guy looks so angry. No, I didn't want to go outside. Well, we're outside now. I think the Switch version will come out after both consoles come out like last time. Probably, yeah. Because, since Spyro started on the PlayStation, I can see Sony wanting to do some kind of exclusive, even if it's only timed. Alright. Sweet. Lots of good stuff. Too many games you want, not enough time. Yeah, I know what you mean. Same. He's going to bed. What happens when he can't fit in his bed anymore? Where does he sleep? These are questions that I have. I wonder if any of the guests question Pappy. Everybody's happy. That's good. Number of customers went up. Everybody really likes the stir fry. Like a lot. So, good. Are you coming down here? Where'd he go? There he is. Hey, do you want breakfast? Seems like the weather's been not super great lately. I do wonder if there's snow in this game. In winter. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you. coming out on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on the same day. I didn't realize it was coming out on Xbox right away. Alright, let's go up here. I haven't been up here in a little while. I'm gonna pop back into the cafe then. Ooh. But first... cold cocoa sweets. Okay, we've got, I think, one other piece. So we're halfway there. Saltari used Tail Whip. He sure did. Yep, jump. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can jump. There's big boys up there. Done. Oh, his meat got stuck in the side. It's fine. He took my muffin. And my rice porridge. What a jerk. Oh, geez. Did not realize. Thank you for bringing me that, but can you do something about this thing? No, not destroy. Destroy that. Destroy that. Well, that's what you get. Soy sauce. Great, cave soy sauce. Mmm. Yummy. Damn it, staff. How dare. There's no slacking. Billy, get to work already. Is she gonna go Super Saiyan again? I think she is. What is up with that? Why does she do that? She's like, what the heck? How pathetic. You know, all of the work he's avoiding can be done with magic. This is so irritating to watch. See, as you must understand, us non-magic folk have our own special way of doing things. Yeah, muggles. Look over there. Here's the order. Right, got it. Hey, thanks for waiting. Here's your order. See? It may seem different to you, but I promise you there is joy in it. Why don't you try it out? You want me to try that? Then again, since I can't use magic right now, I'm no different from a human, so... I don't know a thing about how humans live. Maybe I'm actually worse than a human. Better, worse. Those are negative thoughts that do not belong in your mind. Right? Comparison is the thief of joy. That's not your quote. In this world, being better or worse doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Do you understand? Oh my god, he wants a piece of that, is all I'm saying. The dumb orc doesn't know what it means to lose your joy. Your almond joy. Pergamentum, air momentum, trash receptacle, turn into a dancing spectacle. Useless. She's got a cool wand, though. This game looks so cute. Are the loading screens bad or nah? They're bad. There's a lot of loading screens. Usually when you go in and out of the cafe and then certain cutscenes, it does get better after you do the initial part, because in the tutorial part you talk to your mom a lot and you go in and out. So there's a ton of loading screens in the very beginning. But once you're not doing that as much, then obviously there's less of them. But they are still fairly frequent. Which seems to be what everyone tends to complain about with this game. No, I want to hug him. Let me hug him. Let me hug him. Fine. Although, he does get health back when you pet him. Which kind of works out if you don't have any food for him. See, he's good. Maybe I'll give him an egg. It's an easy thing I can make for him. For like some extra food. He's a growing boy. He needs more food. I will give him an egg, that's right. Here, buddy. I have an egg for you. He seems pleased. I'm surprised you can't just give him raw stuff. Like fish. But you cannot. Wonder if it's better on the PS4. According to reviews that I saw, the frame rate I think is a little bit better and the graphics are a little bit better. I don't know for sure because I didn't play the PS4 version at all, so I can't compare. But supposedly it looks better, but the loading screens are still as bad. Supposedly. So I don't... Maybe they'll patch that? I'm not sure. I've also heard that frame rate really suffers if you're playing in handheld mode, but I haven't, so again, I can't really say for sure. Bird. Other bird. Maybe I'll go catch some birds. As you do. Haha. Hello, bird. They don't really try to get away. I feel like they're just kind of fine with it. It's like a Princess Peach situation. She's not really trying to get away. Has it received its big day one update yet? Like most games? It did. I had to update it before I played it for the first time. So, it already updated. Yeah, graphically it looks really nice. The art style is really nice, the music's really nice. It's very colorful. So maybe they'll patch it. I just got ketchup from that rock. Interesting. Oh, bird. Aha, sucker. I'm bird now. Oh, still can't go that far. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll go back. If loading times are the same on both systems, it sounds like a programming issue. Yeah, I don't really know anything about game design, so... But who knows? Maybe it'll get a patch. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's one of those things where it is annoying, especially in the beginning, but once you've played for a while, it's not as bad, as long as you're not going in and out a bunch. When I was editing my YouTube video, I timed it, and going outside with the longer loading screen was anywhere from 14 to 16 seconds. So I actually did a lot of editing. After about 10 or so minutes, I just started editing out the loading screens, and it took the video down by several minutes in length. So they do add up, but again, that's more the beginning. It's not as bad now. I love how he just like flops. I don't know why we let these mean people stay at our cafe. It reminds you of Dragon Quest? I've never played that. It's gonna take us a while to get to that exclamation point. Our reputation. I mean, everybody's happy, but still. The dragon does poop on his bed. I don't know why he can't poop outside. He just poops in his bed. What are you gonna do? Are people not ordering this, or do we just not have ingredients for it? We have ingredients, so I'm not sure why nobody wants this jelly or this muffin. It's a supreme muffin. No one's ordering it. Just eating pancakes all the time, I guess. I can put up to 10 things, so I guess I'll do that. Maybe I'll try to make better ratatouille and pudding and stuff. I'll go see. The texture is so bouncy. Oh, so much for that. Oh, I don't have a lot of celery. I probably shouldn't put ratatouille on the menu. I guess I could leave it for a little bit. Hey, that was not a miss. I call shenanigans. Nope. Shenanigans. Making it again. There we go. Alright, where is it? There we go. Yes. Do that for now. Been cooking pancakes for a long time. Maybe he unlocked another ingredient for them. Probably. He probably did. I could make them a little better, maybe. Done. Sweet. 1 celery. Great. Hey. Thank you. Let's go back up here. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, come on. She got stuck. Murder him. Oh my god, go away. It takes so freaking long for her to whistle that by the time she does, he's already hit you and you've lost the dish. Nothing up there. Go over here. Can you? Thank you. It's the purple land. I don't think it was a cat glitch because it just happens. I think this game is just a little glitchy sometimes. Like, the jumping isn't great. She gets stuck on the side a lot. I wish I could go further over there. And I don't know if that's the game in general or if that's only a Switch issue. But I have noticed that trying to jump is kind of awkward. It's a bird. I want the bird. Hi, cat.
Thanks for the bits, Puddin'.
To be fair, thank you so much for the biddies. Just realized the dragon reminds me of Figment from Journey into Imagination in Epcot. There's a song about him. Yeah, everybody says he looks like Spyro. Which he does, a lot. But Spyro and Figment look pretty similar, so I can see why you'd make that connection. Oh. You can destroy this stuff. White sea shrimp dish. I still have yet to get shrimp. Grilled split fish. Get that rock soy sauce. That is weird. What? What's your problem? I'm hungry. Have a muffin. Better? Oh, wrecked. Thank you. Oh, hey. This whole area over here I didn't even realize I could get to. Come on. Bird! My bird now. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I know. I don't like how it blocks you from exploring as well. Just got home and wanted to eavesdrop while you ate. Hey, I found a potato! It was a cave potato. But it's still a potato. Oh my gosh, there's this whole place. I'm never gonna be able to remember how I got up here. Well, we'll have to come back then. Ooh. Meanies. Screw you. Jerk face. Can come up here and get this at least. Dish with fish. There's a lot of crap over here to get. Cream sauce? I don't think that's good. What? Who made that cream sauce and put it on the rock? That's the question. Get up there. Get up there. Birds. My bird now. Alright. Got the birds. I'll have to try to get back up here then. What's your problem? Sassy. Do I need to... It said check the cafe at night. Maybe it's too late. David, thank you for the 19 bits. Here's what the ad biddy gods gave me today. Thank you. I guess the biddy gods were good to you today. Alright, let's see if we can make better pancakes to put on the menu. While we're here... Oh, there they were. Nope. Can't... Like, there's no... we don't have the secret ingredient unlocked. I don't know if this is a secret or not. I do have a bunch of this, though. So... go ahead and make it. Here, let me check. Let me check reviews quick. I can see. Well, she seems to like it, so there is that. Why doesn't anybody want this stuff? Eat this stuff, people. Jeez. Maybe I'll swap that out for... There we go. Wait, wasn't it 5-star? No, maybe it wasn't. For that. Okay. Oh, hi Myra. Hope you feel better. I can offer you some dragon poop. If that'll make you feel better. Satisfied. Come on now, people. Come on now, people. I need better reviews. He's becoming more blue. He's like a bluish purple now. Hi, Galaxy Star. I will make you more food. So pure of heart and generosity. Oh, you know it. Offering, hey, dragon poop is very useful, so you should appreciate my gifts. Should appreciate them. Something is making a strange noise. I don't know what it is, though. Might just be air conditioning? I don't know, I heard a weird noise. It's like, what the heck? Alright. Perfection. Here you go, buddy. The jingle at the end reminds me of a Pokemon song. Yeah, each dish I think has a different sound or like little song. Alright, let me see if I can find where I was yesterday. If this jerk doesn't attack me again. Ah, fence. Fence. Leave me alone. There we go. Alright. It's definitely up here. It's just a matter of where. This way, maybe? This way, up and around? Girl, listen. You need to get better at platforming, girl. Yeah, it was back through here. Okay. Cooking minigame reminds you of Fantasy Life? I don't know if I ever cooked in Fantasy Life. I think I only did 1 or 2 of the career paths. I need to play that at some point. Hello, bird. Done. Thick noodle dish 4. I like it up here because it's chill. The music's kind of like more relaxing up here. Ah, you changed my tunes. Not about that. Go back. I liked the other song better. Well, he killed himself. That one made it up, but the other one killed himself. What? Oh, so now I can jump up here, I guess. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Ew, it's his belly? Ugh. Specifically his belly? Gross. Wanna go down there and search for me? Thank you. Warm hot pot recipe? I think that's the first one of those I got. I just have so many fragments. Oh, that's a new fruit. Okay, cool. We haven't seen those before. Yeah, so close, yet so far. No. I don't think I can jump down there. I do not think so. What's this? Oh. I only saw the little bag. I didn't see the whole thing. Pickled cabbage. Ugh. That sounds disgusting. Cap down here? Hi, he looks like a watermelon. Kill him. Kill the watermelon beast. Kill this one too. No, kill him. Get him. Oh, he'll kill himself. It's fine. Shoulder roast. Ew. Why? I really hope it at one point says Zuki butt. Manly simmered dish. I'm sorry, how can food be manly? It's food. Calm down. Oh, he just phased into the ground. It's fine. Okay, so we gotta go over there. I wanna make sure there's nothing else over here that I need. Nope. Alright. The character outfit is cute. I agree. I like the adventure outfit more than the cafe outfits. I wish you could make outfits or get new ones and change them and stuff, but I don't think you can. Eggs with starchy sauce? Kidney beans. First time we found those. Oh, jeez. Well, that'll make it easier to get up there, at least. You're cooking in a manly fashion. Kita Lisi, why are you cleaning my room? Ah, I see. Carry on. Huh? This was in the trash? Yes, it's a magic wand, and no, I didn't drop it. I threw it out. Why are you just looking at me like that? I don't want it. Just hurry up and get it out of here. You're such a pain. You don't understand the first thing about this human. I don't want it. Weren't you watching? Nothing happens after I waved it. I even tried different spells. This is just a stupid piece of wood, don't you think? I could be a jerk, but I guess I won't. Don't talk to me like you honestly know something about it. You don't even know what it's really worth. Whatever. If you want it, you can have it. Oh, heck yeah. I want to do magic. Can I have it? Can I have the wand? If there was a magic element to this game, I would be super happy. Alas, I do not think there is. Hey, buddy. Oh, I think he might be hungry. Here, have this. Get his health bar back up. Stamina bar, health bar, whatever. Do you have the last piece of that recipe? Hey. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, right. That's why it's not appearing. Why is that even a feature? Like, why do you have to take it to Pappy? To give him something to do? Why can't you just use it immediately? Thanks for using the tape to put the recipe together. Let's go make some chili, if I can. Hey, Theron. Uh-oh. Well, that's bad. My, the cord of my phone, when I went to check a text real quick, just, knocked over my pencil thing. Now all my pens are on the floor. Well. That happened. Urgh! Get out of the way. Jeez. I'm trying to make chili. And you, stop slacking. God, can't we fire him? Eco, you could have just said sorry in chat. You didn't have to text me. Eco made me knock over my pens. Everybody shame him. Alright. I mean, I can make this, but I only have 2 kidney beans, so this isn't gonna go super well. Curry powder. I have 1. Alright. Croquette. When did I learn how to make that? Ah, but I need a potato. I have 1 potato. I only have 1. Guess I'll make it. Use my 1 potato. Sweet. Everyone shaming Eco. Beautiful. Ah, these are all... None of these are what I want. For a dragon. None of them. Supreme slightly bitter fish. Well, good to know. Give me a shrimp cocktail without the shrimp, says Demonas. Oh, her hat. I was like, who's coming at me right now? Alright. How's our reputation? Ooh, happy. Oh, that's a sliver. Come on now. Come on now. I like that. Nobody's eating the ratatouille! Or the sweet rice porridge, or the muffin. I don't understand that. Why don't they eat that? Or the steak bowl. Why isn't anybody eating that? Makes no sense. Very confused by this turn of events. Guess I can make better stir fry. Swap it out, but aside from that, I just don't know. You'd probably try to get your dragon turquoise at some point. It's probably between green and blue. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna see how blue I can get him, and then maybe I'll try to get him to be turquoise. Because he's still kind of a bluish purple, which wasn't the color that I had my baby dragon when I recorded for YouTube. He was very blue. So, alright, let's see if we can make better stir fry. Stir fry. Yep. Onion. I just keep using sugar because I have so much of it. I mean, I guess I could make it... I'll put a radish in there. Why freaking not? Yeah, let's do it. I'd imagine that one would be better. I have to remove that one first. Psh. Is it because I have so much sweet stuff? Is that why people aren't going for this stuff? Maybe. Maybe I should make something spicy instead? I don't have a ton of stuff though. I mean, I have some pepper. I guess I could do that. Sure. Alright, let's update the menu. I guess I'll take this off and try not very sweet sunny side up. I want wonderful, slightly spicy bacon egg. Try that. See if they like it better. Pff, of course all of these are red and green. Of course they are. Is this game pretty fun? It is. I wish that it was less story-driven because it apparently has an ending. It's not really meant to be played forever or endlessly like most Harvest Moon type games are, so I kind of wish it was more open in that way. And I also wish that you could have more than one dragon. Like, I really thought it was going to be more focused on raising dragons, like multiple, and then the cafe was kind of going to be a side thing, but there's a lot more emphasis placed on the cafe itself, when I personally think the dragon is more interesting. So it wasn't really what I expected, but what's here isn't bad. I just wish that there was more, and that's personal preference. But ooh, a bunch of green eggs. And there's one over here too. Look at that. Take all this good stuff. Green eggs and ham. Got the fish. Does it seem like a good game to be able to chill with? Yeah, I think so. It's by no means a bad game. Like, at all. There's nothing wrong with it. The biggest critique or complaint that I have would be the loading times, the frequency of them as well. And there's some, here and there, some frame rate issue, glitchiness, like jumping and stuff. Those are me and my biggest critiques, but it's got the charm, it's got the looks, it's got the music. I just wanted slightly more complex gameplay, but there's nothing wrong with the gameplay. Red, thank you for resubbing for 9 months in a row. I appreciate that. Red says those ducks are horrifying. Hey, I thought that you appreciated all birds. These are called egg birds. You don't like them? Jeez, Red, I didn't know you were a bird elitist. It's just disappointing. But yeah, I think if you're looking for just kind of a chill game, I think this would... I don't see why you would be unhappy with this. Because what's here is good. I just want a little more. I see you over there. I see you over there. I'm gonna go this way. Get some radishes. And some fruits. Thank you. Or celery, not really a fruit, but... The staff is slacking. Gonna have to go fire them all. Missed most of the game with some birdie and chat. Give me a rundown. Well, chat, do you want to summarize the plot? Your summaries are always beautiful. You better get to it. Better get to it. Listen. No slacking in my cafe. You just wait until my dragon can breathe fire, then you're all gonna be screwed. Here you go. I wish I could get more potatoes. Let's see what we got for recipes. How many recipes do we have? More than I thought we did. Okay. We almost have enough for the thick noodle dish. Maybe I'll go see if some washed up on the beach. Excuse you, brother. Move. Move, boy. I see we have Spyro following us, and that chef is an orc, and there's a little guy, that little guy there who looks like Fritz. Yes, I know. I have seen the comparison. Basically, your mom's in a coma because she's like half dragon, and her dragon blood doesn't mix with her human blood. So this creepy old man wizard appeared named Pappy, and he gave us a dragon egg and was like, if you raise this dragon, it'll make your mom better. He didn't really explain how, but he said that it would, and these children are gullible, so they're like, okay, so now we have a dragon, and mom's still in a coma. We hired a bunch of waitstaff who are not, they probably should be fired. We've got one that's super lazy who looks like Link. We've got an orc who is obsessed with himself. And then we have a Shantae girl who sometimes goes Super Saiyan and gets really angry. So yeah, that's about it. We're just kind of running Mom's Cafe while she's in a coma. So, wouldn't the children be part dragon too? I don't know how dragon's blood works. Wouldn't they only be like a fourth? Maybe if you're a fourth, you don't go into a coma. I'm not really sure if they thought through the biology, but what do I know? So typical Thursday. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you've been here, Demones. But I can understand if you want to go to sleep. No, I want shrimp. How do I get shrimp? Because I want to make that shrimp cocktail. Listen. This is not the fish I want. If we were part dragon, I want to look part dragon, scales and horns. Our mom doesn't look part dragon, though. She just looks like a person, so I'm not really sure. And also, the implications of a half human, half dragon are a little concerning. Like, what? How? Maybe they take on a human form or shape in the world. I don't know, but does that mean that, like, our dragon is gonna be a human? Or is he a pure dragon? I don't know. I was just given an egg by an old man. Move. Move. I don't care if you're sleepy. You get nothing.
Oh, whoever it is, they gotta go away or they'll be killed.
Stop slacking. How dare you? Hey. It won't even let me talk to her. What the heck? That's weird. Keeper. Keeper, thank you for the raid. Birthday raid? Is it Keeper's birthday? I didn't know it was your birthday. Connor says this game is adorable and the dragons are adorable. Oh, well, thank you guys. Welcome, Raiders. It's Keeper Unbirthday? What does that mean? Oh, I got a recipe for risotto. Cool. His birthday is the 28th and we're celebrating early. Oh, cool. I'll have to remember to wish him a happy birthday. Welcome to this. This is Little Dragon's Cafe. Oh, man, I don't have any cheese. I don't even know how to get cheese. I don't have a cow. I can't milk my dragon. How do I get cheese? Oh, thank you guys for shouting out Keeper. Keeper is a sweet bean. You guys should be following him. Satisfied. Psh. Get out of here with that. Is that orc wearing a cupcake on his head? I never noticed if he is. Yes. Become more blue, Saltaro. Alright. I only have green and red dishes, so I need to make more blue. Story of my life. Some of these ingredients I can't get, which is unfortunate, because I would love to make some of these dishes for the cafe. But I can't. Keeper talking about summoning Satan right before the end of the stream. Kita playing a chibi cooking sim. Can't you see how they're related? It's a perfect segue. I mean, our mom is in a coma. And there is a creepy wizard that chills out in her room, so... This game has some dark history. Some darkness going on. Clearly. I didn't say I wasn't a fan of half dragons. I'm just saying there's implications there. There are questions that I have. Cat for the win is playing Splatoon, everyone. Get out of here, Cat and Woomy. Whoever you are. Probably Snuffles. Creeping on Cat. As we do. Spoiler, you marry your dragon. No, he's my son. He's my son. He can marry... No, I don't like most of the characters in this game. My dragon's too good for them. Let's be honest. I wish that I could get him a girlfriend, though. My little dragon. Then there could be more dragons. DLC. Should be a thing. Alright, come on, buddy. Yeah, our character, they're young. Which is probably why there's no romance in this game. Like normal Harvest Moon games have. See, I think it would be cool if you started out as a kid and your dragon was too, and you grew up with your dragon, so once your dragon was fully grown, you were fully grown. And then you could do, like, the romance stuff. Like with bachelors and stuff in town. Or even people passing through the cafe. I think that would have been cool, because then you could have had kind of an endless gameplay, you know? Like, I don't really care about Mom or Mom's storyline. I just want to raise a dragon. Mom can stay in a coma. The romance options would have had to start out as children too. Well, they could have, or they could have had people come in from other places and then decide to stay or something. Like traveling people. Or they could have had them start out as children as well and then like grow up with you. I just think that some progression in these kinds of games would be pretty cool. Because I think in one of the Harvest Moon games, can't you have a kid and then your kid can grow up? I don't know which one it is. Is it A Wonderful Life, maybe? It's one that I haven't played. Bird! He's my bird now. He's my bird. No! Okay. If there's a town near here, you haven't seen it yet, and we're probably at least a third way done with the game. Are we? $5 DLC, Gordon Ramsay's Cooking with Dragons. Yes. That's a Wonderful Life. Okay. See, like, that's cool. Why haven't they done something similar? I mean, they haven't even done that with Story of Seasons. And I think that would give you something a little different than just your standard, like, farm sim thing. Like, experience. I just think this genre could have so many different... There's so many possibilities, and I don't think that they're really utilized. Like, even just taking your typical farm sim and putting it in a medieval time period or a fantasy world or something. Like, you could keep the same mechanics, but you could still have a more unique experience that way. And I mean, this game does that a little bit, obviously, with the dragon. I just want it to be more... Especially since there's only one. I feel like there should have been much more emphasis put on him because there's one, you know? Oh, his face is clipping. It's fine. Oh, cave. Medieval farm sim, every now and then you have nowhere to sell your crops because everyone in town got the plague and died. I mean, I was thinking of more of like a whimsical version. Obviously not true to history. That would just be depressing. Oh look, my neighbor got the bubonic plague. Hooray. Monthly offerings to dragons where they burn up your farm. We require one human sacrifice every month. I will take this. Thank you. Stuck. Oh, and give him food. Hello? For every flavor a melody, for every dish a song. Monsieur or madame, to whom does this plate belong? Excusez-moi. Damn, I can't speak French. It's bad. Hello, young Silas. What brings you here? I was just noticing that a mere human like you seem to be having so much fun cooking. Excuse me, I've already told you I'm not human, I'm an orc. And please don't mistake me for a goblin either. I suppose you wouldn't know anything about this since you're only a witch. In this society, referring to me as an orc or a goblin doesn't make much of a difference. But goblins are evil. Wow, that's quite a statement. Being mistaken for one is an issue for me. I've had rocks thrown at me by people who thought I was a goblin. Really? It's true. They would hurl these sharp rocks at me, yelling insults and telling me to leave. There's also another type of creature called the Uruk. We're essentially the same, but the Uruks think they're a superior race. Oh, he mad. They spend so much of their time trying to put us down. Oh. Oh. I think he means with words, not... I thought he meant at first, you know, like... kill them, but I don't think that's what he meant. It is simply infuriating. I didn't know humans had issues. Humans have so many issues, girl. I didn't know humans had issues like this between their own races. Orcs aren't human. Silas, I've told you, I'm not human. I'm an orc. You just don't get it, do you? Sure, keep pouting. In any case, that's my story. Wait, so if you're an orc, then what am I now? I'm not really a witch without my magic, and I'm not human, so... It seems like the choice is yours. I'm a proud noble orc, and I fully believe it. You can be the witch you want to be, if you so believe. A proud noble witch, if I so believe. Lucola. Oh, I don't want to know about their love story. How insolent for a mere human to give me unsolicited advice. Girl, try being a YouTuber. His story was a bit upsetting. What kind of a person would want to inflict pain on another just because of the way that they look? We're only different on the outside, so why do others treat each other so harshly because of it? I feel like this game's trying to teach me life lessons. Hello. Take your order. I don't know if this helps the customer satisfaction if you help at the cafe. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think it does tell you how many times you've helped in a day, but... So much social commentary in a cute cafe sim, I know, right? Well, that was subtle, yeah. The other guest who stayed here, it was a very similar thing. It's a little heavy-handed, to say the least. This is like Detroit Become Dragon. Did they explain why the cooking is a rhythm game? They did not. Alright, so I helped 5 times today. Feedback happy. Number of customers down by 1. Well, maybe he got lost or something. Trying to get to my cafe. Many usually call us witches frail. Why is that? People think we can't lift heavy items, run fast, and other physically demanding tasks. I mean, to be honest, they're not totally wrong. What do you mean? Well, in order to use advanced magic, it takes hundreds of long years of training. There isn't enough time in the world to learn everything, no matter how hard we train. Hundreds of years? That's crazy. I guess all that training doesn't leave you with a lot of time to work out. Same. I'm too busy practicing magic to work out. That's my new excuse. Oh, so that's why so many witches are scrawny old ladies? Shut up, fake Link. That isn't something I want for myself. I want to be buff. A strong, healthy witch. That's who I will become. That's my dream. God, I hope she gets buff before she leaves the cafe. So you'd like to set yourself apart from everyone's idea of a witch, is that it? Isn't learning magic enough for a witch like you? Why do you want to be physically strong too? Hey, don't shit on her dreams. It's because I don't want to lose. That's why. Lose? To who? Oh, I suppose she'd rather not say. Thank you for stating that, Lucola. Thank you. Lucola, you're an orc. Why do you hang around humans? Well now, for you to ask such a personal question so directly, you must have a lot on your mind. But if I had to answer you, it would be because I don't dislike them, I suppose. In other words, you like humans, right? There's this old witch that used to watch after me. I really liked her. Called her Granny. Just call me Grandma. But there was one thing about her that I couldn't accept. Granny always sided with humans. She loved them. I don't understand why she never ignored those inferior humans. I would tell her that all the time, but she would just call me a poor child. I always thought to myself, what does she know? One day, thought she was going to say one day Granny died. Granny invited me over to eat with her. After I saw the kind of food she was serving, I gagged. It was human food. I remember how disgusting it was, how foul. My hand trembled in anger. Well, I guess she brought her like McDonald's or something. Are you mocking me? Why are you serving me this human garbage? I yelled. After I told her off, I ran out into the storm. That was the night the lightning struck me. Maybe it was some sort of punishment. Do you remember the name of the dish Granny tried to serve you? How could I forget? Country-style eel is what she called it. If it was wrong of me to refuse her kindness, then I... You must be feeling a lot of regret inside. Regret? Maybe. If that's true, then... Now may be the perfect moment for you to try some of that dish. What? Right now? That's a great idea. Really? This isn't anything to be surprised about when you're in this cafe. I don't understand. We'll make it for you, isn't that right? Yeah, leave it to us, Lucola. Kitalisi, let's make some country-style eel. Okay, I have no speech, apparently. You got a recipe for grilled fish. Alright. Fair enough. Is that... Do I have any more of that? Probably not. Oh my gosh. No dish with fish I already had. Or was it that? Too many fragments. Okay, grilled split fish. I only need one more of those. Goodness. Alright. It does tell you exactly how to progress, though. If you go to story, it's just like, okay, here. Which kind of works, because then I don't have to, you know, run around trying to figure out what it wants me to do. I mean, I figured it wanted me to make this meal, but... So there's 2 boxes, and then there's a person that I have to get the other piece from. Good to know. How's everybody liking the food? You're not eating my freaking spicy bacon and egg? Screw you guys. Why do they only eat like 2 things that I make? Offended. I'm offended. I gotta make food for him before we leave. I'll make you some pudding, maybe. Alright. Hey, esoteric. I'm just feeding my dragon some pudding. As you do. Alright. Here you go, buddy. Have some pudding for breakfast. Oh god. I wonder how long until he grows up a little more. I feel like he should be soon. Ish, maybe? Egg. Egg. I'm just impatient for him to grow up, let's be honest. That's almost done. Go check on my fishies. Umbreons, do you know how many stages of growth the dragons have? Just because you said you saw somebody who had a fully grown one. I didn't know if you had seen anything else about the game. He's really getting blue now. Aren't ya? I should probably prioritize fishing because I think more fish will appear in there if I get different kinds. And I haven't really done much fishing in a while, so I should probably do that. Alright, fence. These fences are some of my worst enemies. I wonder if it's down here? Yeah, let's see. He is giving me the option. It's just like, can you destroy it or do I actually have to wait until he's bigger? Well. Because I wonder if it's over there. Like, does he have to grow before I can... Before I can get those parts of the recipe? I don't know. Hmm. Burn it. He can't. He can't yet. He too little. So I'm wondering if the next stage is if he can burn stuff, and then maybe the last one is when he can fly? I'd say 4 or 5. Okay. That would make sense. Found a sardine. Where's the shrimp? I'm gonna go fish at the spot over there. Oh, fence. Fence, why do you betray me like this? Why you do this to me? Can I fish here? Probably not. Yeah, I didn't think so. What are you doing? You just playing with the birds over there? He's living his best life. Hey, here's a new one. Oh, yeah, he was purple for a while. He was really purple. But, we're taking him more to a teal color now. At least that's the goal. So, thank you, buddy. Couldn't find anything about dragon stages. Okay. I mean, the game did just come out, so there's probably not a ton of info yet. Ew. I mean, good to know, but we'll need that probably. Why is it called unprepared eel? It's in the, like, it wouldn't be prepared if it's raw. That's kind of implied, isn't it? Well, we're gonna have a bunch for this recipe at least. Okay. The eel hasn't even packed his luggage yet. He's unprepared. It got a little bigger. Wow. Sassy. Here. Do you like the food? Thank you. Alright, well he's pretty blue at this point. So I think we can start giving him some green stuff and see if he'll start going teal for us. You might be able to get across the one bridge since you might have to talk to someone. Maybe. I guess I can try. I'll try tomorrow, see if I can go over there. I'll give it a shot. Bedtime for you, buddy. I'll take that. I don't think it said anything about having more to explore, though. Psh, satisfied. All right. What recipes do we have? You say it's a dish worth making to everything. No, why won't people eat some of this stuff? I don't understand. Running out of stuff for that. Well, I don't even have that on the menu, so that doesn't matter, does it? Oh, I already have that on. Okay. This is all you're getting. If you're gonna beat like that. Alright, here you go. Okay. So I'm gonna go see if I can get across that bridge. But I do wonder if I just have to get him to grow more before I can do this quest. I don't know. The blue color is really pretty on him, it is. He looks good no matter what. My stomach just like growled super loudly. Calm down, stomach. Alright, Alright, I'll try. Well, first, I must get this bird. And we'll see. Nope. Can't. So, to progress, I either have to get him to grow up more, or possibly, uh-oh, our other puppy's home. Hi, Luna. Or just find the dish. Like, I don't know which one to do, like, happens first. Because I don't know if his growth is tied to story progression or if it's tied to how often you feed him or I don't, how many days. I have no idea. I don't know. I think he just told me he's a dragon. It is right now. Keeps making some scary noises. Thought you saw a fork in the path. What, here? That way's blocked. Can't go that way. Or were you talking about down here? Because there is a fork there, but then you go down to fish. So there's that. I don't think there's any others though. I think it's just those. You cannot climb over the dirt pile. Sadly. Yeah, no, I can't climb over that. He has to destroy it, and I tried to get him to earlier, but he wouldn't. I think he needs to be bigger. Because he used up all his stamina trying to destroy that before. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm supposed to just keep letting him try. Or just wait until he's bigger. I don't know. Because the smaller piles he can destroy really easily. But this one he's just like kind of bashes his head against and nothing seems to happen. I don't know why it even gives me the option to destroy it if he can't. But I'm wondering if it's gonna be an obstacle that you need to set on fire and then it'll burn down. See? Nothing. And that's twice I've tried, so I don't think I can at this point. Here, you can have this though, buddy. Thanks for trying. You did good. Birds. Bird? Bird. It did sort of look like a campfire. That's a good point. Yeah. I think that we'll have to burn it down. He just can't yet. He cannot breathe fire yet, sadly. Sadly. Jump. Jump. I don't know, maybe that person's up here somewhere? Person that we're supposed to talk to, but I don't know. Last time there was a guy standing down there. He's not there though. Yep, nobody's up here. Bird. Aw, thanks, buddy. Good job. You brought me an orange. Gotta get that soy sauce. Oh, hey, here's a person. Hello. Catman. I'm hungry. Give me a fried fish. Do I have fried fish? Damn. I had so many of those. Because I was using them to get him blue. So now I gotta go make some fried freaking fish. Okay, I'll give you food. Come over here. He's hungry. Here, have some chili. There you go. While I go make some fish. Alright. Let's... Oh, chill out. You chill out over there. Yeah, brother? In the way. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly... I don't know if he's still gonna be there with it being later, but I'm gonna go try to give him that. While I remember where he is. The cooking music is ridiculous. Boop. Nope, not up here. It was through here first. Then we gotta go around. Whoa. Stomach. It sounds so loud to me. I'm hoping that the mic can't pick it up, but it sounds ridiculously loud. No, not here. The cooking music is ridiculous in a good way. Well, that's good. It's not picking up? Okay, good. Because that was really loud. Hello. I have the fish for you. Yes. Thank you. You've collected 4 recipe fragments. Oh. Okay. So this is a thing I can do already? So it was grilled fish. I thought it was a different one. But I guess I already got the other 2 fragments, so I had them already. Alright, let's try this. Oh, now I have to give the fragments every time. I'm gonna forget every time. I have to give the fragments to Pappy. Here. Have this. Country style eel. Great. Oh, no. I want to make it. Running through the woods at night to find a fox man to feed. Alright. Thankfully, we already caught the eels, so we're good. Done. Did it. I made it. All right. Okay. Don't be rude about my restaurant. Make it while the cafe's open. Well, that little tidbit did not realize. You know what, guys? We're gonna have to do that next stream.